Hi and welcome to my channel, Black Cats Pilates. I'm Sarah. Thanks for joining me today for this 15-minute morning routine. It's very gentle, so it's beginner friendly and you're not going to need any equipment. Lots of simple movements, just designed to get your body moving and make you feel a little bit more ready for the day ahead. So with all that said, let's get moving. All right, so we're going to start supine today. So find the middle of your mat, lie yourself down comfortably, place your feet on the floor and bring your legs into a crook position. So that's knees and feet hip width apart. Relax your arms by your sides, palms facing down. Relax your shoulders and your hips. All right, let's breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let's try that together. Big deep breath. And again. And breathe deep once again. Okay, now the next time we exhale, let's engage the core. So big deep breath. And then draw the navel in as you breathe out. So you're drawing it toward the spine and you're going to hold it there. Now keep breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth as we start to warm up. We're going to do some pelvic tilts. When you next inhale, very gently tip your pelvis forward. So you've got a little gap between the lower back and the floor. And then as you exhale, just gently close the gap and lift the tailbone slightly. So we're rocking forwards and backwards, keeping the navel drawn in, and we're moving in line with the breath. Inhale. Exhale. Go nice and slowly, paying attention to how that feels. So we're just waking up the lower back and the muscles moving, loosening up the facet joints. We're going to bring our arms in as well. So when you next tip your pelvis forward, very gently reach your arms overhead and try and tap the floor behind you overhead with your fingertips. And as you tip your pelvis backwards, you're going to tap the floor with your hands. So bring your arms back down by your sides. Nice and slowly, lots of control. Just notice how when you reach your arms overhead, the gap between your back and the floor increases. So we've got that a little bit more spinal extension, just loosening up the spinal facet joints. Good. Last one. And now you can just relax your pelvis, lift your feet, take hold of the knees and give them a hug. Circle them around just a couple of times in each direction. Just massage the lower back. Now, if you can take hold or keep hold of your left knee, you're going to place the right foot on the floor. Take a nice deep breath in. When you exhale, let's draw the navel in again. Now, place your hands behind your knee and then lengthen out the leg vertically. Lift the head and shoulders, shoulders back and down. Just look at your knee. Keep that navel drawn in. Okay, you're going to climb the back of your leg. So place one hand above the other and slowly and carefully walk towards the heel. And then back down. This is tree climbers. Nice little exercise for stretching out the back of the leg. It also works your core muscles. And keep the shoulders relaxed. And remember to breathe. So don't hold your breath. Okay, last time, we'll come down. And if you take your foot, so you're going to place the left ankle over your right knee, place your arms by your sides, relax your shoulders, palms facing down. Just keep the navel drawn in, and then you're going to come up onto the tiptoes of your right foot. Okay, next time you exhale, just lift your foot, bring the knee towards you, feel that stretch around the hip on the left, then tap the toes down. Lift and lower. So keeping the pelvis nice and still. Just bringing the right knee towards you, feeling the stretch and a little squeeze around the left hip. Try and relax your left leg. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Just two more. You might start to feel this around the front of the right thigh as well, so up toward the hip flexors. Just relax that. Both feet down. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale, draw the navel in. Hold it there. Okay, let's bring the right knee in now. Take hold of the back of the knee. Lengthen out the leg vertically and lift the head and shoulders. Shoulders back and down, and then place one hand just above the other. Okay, and then we're just going to start to walk up the back of the leg again toward the heel. Just go as high as you can. Don't force it. And start to walk back down. And go really low towards the pelvis. Just try and keep the back of your pelvis on the floor, your sacrum. Okay, try not to lift the tailbone too much. And really get that stretch down the back of the leg. This will be the last time up. And then last time down. And then you can relax your head. Place the ankle over the left knee. Arms back down by your sides, palms facing down, shoulders back and down. Let's keep the navel drawn in. We're coming back onto the tiptoes on the left side this time. And gently bringing the knee in and tapping the toes down. Exhale, inhale. Nice and slowly, never forcing the body. Keep the knee in line with the hip. And of course the pelvis nice and still. Last two. Stretching out the right hip into the glutes. And down we come. Place the feet down. Just relax. Big deep breath. Brilliant. We can give your knees another squeeze now as well. Just circle them around. And then we're going to place the feet back down on the floor. Back into a crook position with the legs. So remember, knees and feet hip width apart. Let's widen out the arms, palms facing up. On your next exhale, draw your navel in. Hold it there. Now take a nice breath and lower the knees to the floor on your left. Keep the shoulders in contact with the floor. We're going to roll through center on an out breath. Drawing the navel in. Take the knees to the floor on the right. Take another breath in. Good. Exhale, roll through center, over to the left again, while we breathe. Good. Exhale, roll through center, over to the right. Good. Nice little stretch around the outside of the body, into the hip. One last time, over to the left. Nice big deep breath. And back to center. Give the knees another squeeze and circle them. Now we're going to go onto our side. So if you place your feet down, just roll gently onto your left. So if you're mirroring me, it's my right side, but your left. And you're going to lengthen out the bottom arm and lengthen out the legs so they're in line with your body. Top hand in front of your chest. Rest your hand on your upper arm, but if you need to pop a cushion between your head and your arm, that's fine if you find it a little bit uncomfy around the neck. But otherwise, this is where we need to be. So we're trying to stack the shoulders and the hips. So let's just send the top hip away from us. So the top hip is directly above the bottom one. We're drawing the navel in, so using our core to hold everything in place. Let's point the toes, and then you're going to gently slide the toes of the top foot along the inside of the bottom leg. Raise the leg up vertically, flex the ankle, and bring the heel down. So it's point, slide, lift, flex, and lower. So exhale here. Inhale here, nice and slowly. When you raise the leg up vertically, try not to drop your waist into the floor. You're trying to keep your hips stacked. You'll feel a stretch down the back of the leg very gently and toward the inner thigh while you gently work your hip. Good. Feel that muscle activation around the lower abdominals as well. So you can see this is very much a core exercise. All movement comes from the core. Last one, and we'll relax it there. Okay, legs together. Let's bend the knees, bring them forward so the heels are in line with the tailbone. And now carefully come up onto your hands, placing them on either side of the mat, about shoulder width apart. Try and turn your chest very gently to face the floor. Head in line with the spine, keep the navel drawn in, and we're gently going to bend the elbows, lower the chest to the floor. So side push-ups. All right, let's exhale. Inhale. We're just going to go for another 2. And 1. When you come up, very gently lift your hip and sink back toward the feet. So we've got like a side shell stretch. Try and relax into this. Reach your arms forward. Feel the stretch around the outside of your body, toward the hip and around the back of the pelvis. Now you're going to come back onto the hip. Bring the legs around the front towards the other end of the mat. We're going to do it all again on this side. Okay, so down we come onto the bottom arm. Lengthen out the legs. So they're in line with the body. Top hand in front of the chest. Remember, keep your chest facing forward. Same with the pelvis. And then stack the hips. So top hip gently away from us. Draw the navel in. Point your toes. All right, toe slides. Very gently sliding the toes of the top foot along the inside of the bottom leg. Really try to get the leg as vertical as you can as you reach up. Flex the ankle to come down. We're looking for smooth movement. So very nice and stretchy exercise, but still strengthening as well. So feel those core muscles around the lower abdominals really working to help keep you balanced. And again, breath-led movement. Exhale. Inhale. Let's go for just 2 more. And then last one. Perfect. All right, let's bend the knees, bring them forward, heels in line with the tailbone, and then we're coming up onto our hands. So hands are a little bit wide, or going towards the sides of your mat, about shoulder width apart. And then you're just making sure you don't lean too far backwards here. Try and keep some body weight in that front arm. All right, keep your spine nice and straight. Head in line with the spine. Take a breath in. Exhale down. Inhale up. Good. We're just going to go for 3 more. Just go as low as you can, keeping the shoulder blades back and down. Last one. And then we're going to come up, lift the hip, sink back onto the heel, that lovely side shell stretch. So reach your arms forward. And then from here, I'm just going to come to a seated position at the center of the mat. Feet down on the floor, knees and feet hip width apart. So we're back in that crook position again. Just make sure that you've got plenty of space behind you because we're going to roll back into supine. Just place your hands behind your knees. Sit nice and tall with the shoulders above the hips. You should be on your sit bones. So they're the bony parts just under each of your buttocks. So each of your glutes. Chin level with the floor. Lengthen through the spine. Take a nice big deep breath. Exhale, engage your core. So draw the navel in. Now jump off your sit bones, lower the ribs, lean back with your shoulders, let go of the legs, and lie back into supine for a full body stretch. So really stretch through your body, the arms and the legs, wiggle your fingers and toes, flex your ankles, and then arms by your sides, palms down. Let's place the feet on the floor again, so legs back in crook, relax the shoulders and the hips. And now we're going to go into a shoulder bridge. So let's take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, draw the navel in. Now the next time we exhale, let's tuck the tailbone gently under. We'll roll up through the spine toward the shoulders. And breathe in to roll down and tip the pelvis forward. So nice and slowly as we roll up through the spine and back down again. Just think of the shoulder bridge as extended pelvic tilts. When you come up into your bridge, keep your rib cage nice and relaxed because it's not flaring. You've got your tailbone tucked under. You can definitely feel a squeeze around the back of the legs and into the glutes. Use your arms and the back of your shoulders, or your shoulders and the back of your arms to help you balance. Because we're going to stay up in our bridge the next time we come up. Lovely. Okay, so let's part the arms a little bit. Take them a bit further away from your body. You're going to then take your right knee and gently drop it out to the side. Then come back. Same on the other side. So left knee gently out and back in. Exhale, lower. Inhale, return. Now every time you come back to the return, again, make sure that your tailbone is tucked under and you're keeping the ribs relaxed. Notice how your arms are doing some work here as well. So when you're dropping the knees out to the side, you've got that gentle activation around the back of the arms and the shoulders, even a little bit into the chest. All right, last couple coming up. All right, so, and last one, and back. Very gently roll down and come up onto the tiptoes. Then lift the knees, bring them towards you. Gently squeeze them and circle them around. Massage the lower back. And then just place the hands just in front of your knees. Push them forward and lift the feet so that your shins are level with the floor. As you next exhale, draw your navel in and press your lower back gently toward the floor. That's imprinting the spine. So it is a press, not a push. Okay, now we're going to do an assisted roll up to seated. So reach back with your arms. Try and keep the back or your spine pressed toward the floor. Take a nice breath in as you reach your arms up. Then exhale, lift the head and shoulders, take hold of the back of your thighs and rock up to seated. When you get here, just lengthen out the legs in front of you. Sit tall again, shoulders back and down. Reach your arms up. Flex your ankles, breathe in, exhale, navel in, hinge gently forward at the hips, reach for the feet and gaze down at the floor. And then gently slide the fingertips along the front of the legs, restack the spine and come back to seated. All right, let's bring the knees around to the side. Come into a kneeling position, just facing forward. Shoulders back and down. Relax your arms. Now take a big deep breath as you reach your arms up. And release. Exhale, arms down. And again. Last time. Fantastic. Well done. I hope you enjoyed that and that you're feeling really good and ready for the day ahead. So thanks again for moving with me today. If you enjoyed the workout, don't forget to give the video a like and remember to subscribe to the channel. And I hope to see you again in the next one. Bye.